Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Hello everyone, and welcome back for another War Thunder tank battle video. This is exclusively with my Object 906, well, for the parts that matter anyway. So starting out, we've got some conquest going on, and I'm going to, of course, head as quickly as I can for the A point, which is why I spawned in the Object 906 and not the T-54 1951, which I otherwise would have used, because I'm prioritizing that for all my research modifications. However, I wanted to get there a little bit faster, so I went with the 906, expecting it to move slightly faster than the T-54 1951, because it certainly has better acceleration, if not anything else. So, on my way towards the A point, notice that most of the team is actually moving towards the A point as well. That was kind of nice. We only really had one person driving up to that stupid ridgeline to camp, nowhere near the objective. Like, it makes sense in a domination battle, but this is conquest, and the point is in the middle. But that guy way up to the north, in like the C6 square right now, sitting up on that ridgeline. But anyway, this battle was from 10 July 2017, earlier this morning. And I wasn't planning on recording this battle, but the way it turned out, it was definitely worth switching over to a video and firing off out into the depths of YouTube for you guys, as you'll see. So I didn't notice during the battle, but Meatball Daily was on the team. So if you know who Meatball Daily is, cool. If you don't worry about it. I didn't really interact with him in the video at all, which is why I didn't even notice he was here. There's a couple times when he's actually in view on my screen, but I was looking at other things and didn't even realize it until I was looking at the replay to get the thumbnail that I used for the video off the replay recording. So as we arrive close to the A point, I'm going to hold up here just for a minute and see if anybody from the Germans or the Japanese are going to get here faster than me. And I can roll in as they're capturing and then destroy them. And of course it helped me slow down a little bit that this little piece of stone fence here wouldn't break until I backed up and hit it at full speed. Now there wasn't anyone in obvious sight, and I had a teammate coming up right alongside me, so I pulled into the point to start the capture because I had a little bit of cover behind these low palm trees and these buildings, and if nothing else I could always slam it into reverse and get out of here if we got into any trouble. But I did have a teammate roll up right next to me in an M60, so I was pretty confident we were going to pull it off, even with the artillery coming. A little bit dangerous. But we finished the cap, throw it into full reverse to get the heck back out of there before the artillery hits, and then I'm going to swing around to the left rather, and move over towards that medium that's just been spotted up on the map, and to drive kind of in parallel with Anti-Eye there in his M60 and give him some support as well. So there's Meatball Daily, but I was focused on trying to not hit either one of these palm trees, which I didn't think was going to be possible, and I still don't think I could have made it in between the two of them without hitting at least one of them. So it ended up not being a real issue, but I was a little worried that it might have marked me for the enemy team, but it doesn't seem like anybody was there to see me yet, so I did manage to avoid that palm tree, and then I spot a leopard in the background there just coming up on the ridge, but he must have seen at least the M60 coming, and he backed off. So I pulled up to hold up and wait for him to pop back up again and hopefully take a shot at our M60 there. And I'm waiting, and unfortunately our M60 starts getting lit up by a Gepard who must have the APDS rounds because he finished off our M60 real fast. Faster than I could get up there and get a shot into him, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to save the M60. Which that always sucks, but... So, we've got somebody getting marked up on top of the hill there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the leopard that I saw. So I'm going to push forward, try to go after that leopard. Because I know he's still there. And I assume, as we get a marker up there on the hill from Crazy One on my team, that he must see the leopard up there, or at least he's just trying to point out that leopard's back up there somewhere. Turns out he was actually that STB-1 right there that just got killed. So you'll see both the destroyed STB-1 up there and also the warning from Crazy One in the chat that he was up there. So I knew there was only one guy up there. He's been destroyed, and I hear a tank to my left. I see a tank to my left, and it is in fact the leopard that I was looking for. So pretty confident that I'm safe here. Gonna roll up and get a shot into him before he can do anything about our team. Get a good hit into his side. And just as I'm typing here, just to let Crazy One know that the STB behind me is dead. I hear more tanks up ahead here now. And they're coming from the right a little bit, and I can see that there's no teammates exactly on our right-hand side. So, thank you for the warning up on the hill, but I see Crazy One coming up, and there's a Leopard driving right up to him, so I had just barely enough time to type a warning to him, even though it wasn't really in time. And then I'm able to get a good shot into him, and there's an STB, or a Type 74 rather, right behind him. Just barely get my gun dropped down to shoot at him, and behind him is another Leopard. Enemy tanks all over the place. Get a finishing shot into the Type 74, and then immediately get hit by the Leopard, which sets me on fire, but thankfully did not hurt my driver or my engine. And I aimed for his ammo rack, missed it a little bit, but I was able to get a good penetrating kill shot on all of his crew, so 2 Leopards and a Type 74 killed real fast there. I'm moving forward to get out of position to be able to watch them coming from this way, take another hit, which somehow, again, only takes out my driver and just sets my radiators on fire. Well, that looks like it was actually the middle fuel tank. But I was able to keep driving forward and get out of the way and extinguish the fire. And thankfully, it had not suffered any real major systems damage besides a couple fuel tanks set on fire and a little bit of transmission damage. And some slight orange track on the left side, but nothing that was stopping me from moving. So I'm trying to get into a position to interdict any enemy reinforcements coming up from the right here. And as I spotted the guy that was up there shooting at me, Crazy One thought he saw 2 up there, so I'm going to move up and press forward and head up there for those guys and try to cut them off and take them out. At least engage them and keep them busy over here. As it turns out, the path that I took, they shouldn't have been able to see me from here. I was worried I was going to get shot at any moment, or that there might be somebody back in our spawn, but it turned out there wasn't anybody there, so time to push forward again. And like I said here in chat, the good thing is about, even if there's 2 guys up on that ridge, they can't do anything to take the A point back away from us, so as long as we have a couple guys near the A point sticking around near A to keep it controlled and under our control, we're good. So I'm going to move up here and attempt to harass and or engage and preferably destroy the 1 or 2 guys up on the ridge there overlooking our spawn. And in the meantime, tell everybody else to just hang out near the A point and keep it under our control. So I'm hoping I've got enough speed here to whiz past this spot right here, which I really know I don't, but I'm hoping that at least they'll be not looking right this way, which turns out there was nobody in sight. So I'm going to keep on moving up and see if I can't get up around to where the ridgeline is here over on the left. Now, Crazy One is following me, and I don't have artillery for my Object 906 yet, so I was kind of hoping that he did, so he could put some artillery up there to drive them off the ridge, or at least give us some cover, or maybe throw up some dirt in front of them. But unfortunately, neither one of us had artillery, so we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way with the main gun. And it's a good thing the Object 906 is a relatively lightweight tank, because I was able to move up this hill pretty quickly here. Now I know I can get around the front edge of the ridge here off to my left, and I might have driven right up to him, so I decided to go around the slightly longer way back here to the right, try to come up behind him. So as I'm moving relatively quickly, the Object 906 is moving pretty well here. Trying to come up around behind him, still nothing in sight, not exactly sure how many different outcroppings there are on this ridge that he could possibly be sitting on, and I'm still looking for 2 guys here as we go. I don't know if Crazy One actually saw 2 guys, or if he saw 2 muzzle flashes, or what. But as I crest this hill, there's a beautiful sight picture, an unaware RU-251 right in front of me. Beautiful shot, right into the back side of his turret, knock him out in 1 shot. Looking for anybody else there might be here. I never did see anybody up here, so if Crazy One actually saw 2 people, I don't know what happened to the second one, but There wasn't a second one for me to see here. We're pretty close to winning here, but our team is not really close to the A point, and that's going to be a concern for me in just a moment. For now, I'm going to continue to clear off this ridge line. Crazy One thinks he's got somebody else up there. I can't see anything from where I am right here, and he's not getting shot at, but I'm going to go clear off that ridge line just the same. We do have guys near the A point, but we've got a few too many people close to their spawns and not actually near the capture point. And sure enough, no sooner do I tell the team to go defend the A point than watch what happens. So predictable. Almost inevitable, really. There they go. They start taking the A point away from us. Now, I could and should have gone down the ridgeline exit right here immediately to my left, but I wanted to just make absolutely certain there was nobody up here on the ridge to shoot me in the back as I went back to the A point. Or shoot anybody else from our team who was going to respawn. So I'm going to go clear this ridgeline off while the team moves back to the A point. And the team is moving back to the A point, so it was alright. Plus, we had such a ticket lead that I had plenty of time to clear off the ridge and then find my way back down and then head over to the capture point again to retake it.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
So right now, with no enemies in sight, I'm just kind of looking for any place that I can safely get down off the ridge line here. And there really aren't any. This was kind of fun right here. Jumped a little gap there. Realized honestly, there isn't a really good place for me to get down, so I figure at this point, we got the A point surrounded. I've definitely got enough points to respawn, so what the heck, we'll give it a try. I figured I had about a maybe 2% chance at the outmost to actually survive driving off this cliff, but it was worth it. It was worth a shot anyhow. Now pause the video right here and tell me what you think. Am I going to survive or am I not? Of course I'm not. I hope you didn't need to pause the video to guess that. But still, 6 kills and a cap, that's an acceptable result for me in the Object 906. In a full-on 8.0 battle? Yeah, that was fun. So no more battle actually happens from here until the end, but it's over pretty soon after this, so we'll just continue the drive out in the T-54 1951 as I'm trying to hurry to get to the A point and take it back, but as you can see, we've got 2 teammates already on the capture point and a third one about to arrive, so there's basically 0 chance I'm going to make it all the way to the A point up this hill to recapture it, but the team did a good job retaking the A point back, and we did a pretty good job knocking them down to almost no players left very early on in the battle anyway, to give them almost no chance to take the A point back in the first place. And well done to the team there. Very satisfying battle, even though we lost 2 more guys right at the very end, we still held the A point. So that will do it for this battle. Now, if I had taken my time and driven back down the actual exit to the ridgeline there, I would have had 6 kills, 1 capture, and no deaths, but it was actually a funny death, so why not? Also, a pretty significant amount of both research and modification research for my Object 906, so I was pretty happy. So you can see the score there, 2nd place, with probably less battle time than the first guy, I would think. There's all the kill lineup, and the wrecked at the end, which just makes me laugh. There's all the awards, including Punisher, which is a good payout. And that'll do it. Thank you guys for stopping by, checking this one out. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next time.